Okay guys, this is more or less a review. My current 8th graders, if you had me last year, it's a great review of what you did last year and back in September. For my Block A class, it's kind of like a very quick lesson plan put in very simplest form. Alright, we're going to do one-step equations, and here's an example that I'm going for right now. For example, you'll see x plus 5 equals 11. The whole procedure is to undo what's been done to the variable. I'm going to put a box around x. There's my variable. I'm going to undo what's been done. There's a catchphrase, guys. Ready? Undo what's been done to x. And right now, what's been done to x has a 5 added to it. I'm going to undo it by doing the opposite of plus 5 is minus 5. This is what I want to see on your test, on your quizzes, on your homework. You are showing me how you're undoing what has been done. So therefore, bring the x down now, because in reality, if you got a plus 5 and a minus 5, you kind of cancel them out. And over here is 11 minus 6, 11 minus 5, and that's 6. Bam, there's your one-step equations with adding or subtracting. All right, number 2, going pretty fast here. I have 7 plus y equals 20. I'm going to put a box around the variable. Right, now listen to the phrase, the catchphrase of the day is to undo what's been done. To undo what's been done. 7 is being added to y. I'm going to undo what's been done. Let me change my marker. So under 7, I put a minus 7. Some people call it negative 7. It means the same thing. A lot of kids like to cross them out. That's up to you. But I'm going to bring down the letter y, bring down the equal sign, and over here is your algebra. 20 and negative 7, or 20 minus 7, is 13. Another example of one-step equations. Within one step, you were done. Number 3. Okay. C minus 4 equals negative 22. Here's my variable. Catchphrase, I want to undo what's been done to C. Well, C has a minus 4. 4 is being subtracted from C. So opposite is plussing 4, or adding 4, or positive 4, all means the same thing. That cancels them out. You now have C all by itself because you want to solve for the variable. And negative 22 and positive 4 make negative 18. Another one, number 4. I'm going to move the variable. Look what I'm doing. I'm putting the x on the right-hand side, finally. So when I say we're going to undo what has been done, we're not touching the negative 4 at all. We notice that 5 is being added to x. So therefore, I will do negative 5 or minus 5 to both sides. So negative 4 and negative 5 equals negative 9. And it's okay to have x on the right-hand side. No harm done in doing that. A couple more left underneath this. Negative 8 plus y equals negative 12. My variable is back on the left-hand side. Now be careful. I want to get rid of the negative 8. I want to undo what's been done. I want y to be by itself. So opposite negative 8 is positive 8. I'm so afraid kids might see this plus sign right here, and they might think, ooh, do minus 8 to both sides. That's not what you would do. You're doing plus 8 to both sides, so therefore negative 8 and plus 8 can cancel out. Now do it to both sides of your equation. This is a must, boys and girls, for your test, quizzes, and homework. When I say show me the work, that's what I'm talking about. That's what Mr. Grew says. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so y equals negative 4. How about one little decimal? And how about 3.1 equals x minus 2.3? Okay, my variable is right here. What's happening to x? Well, it's having a minus 2.3. 2.3 is being subtracted from x. Let us undo what's been done. So therefore, I will add 2.3 to both sides, and x is okay on the on the right-hand side, and this becomes 5.4. Oops, 5.4. So I guess what I'm trying to say is you're going to have decimals as answer keys, negative numbers, positive numbers, and yes, you'll also have fractions. Let me turn my slide to the next one here. Let me give you some indication of maybe having fractions. So I'll do 2/3 plus x equals 1/2. Okay, x is my variable. I would like to get rid of the 2/3, so I'm going to do minus 2/3 on both sides. Some call it negative, I call it minus, whatever. Remember the procedure, you need common denominators, they cancel out. 6 is my denominator. To find, what's it called, equivalent fractions. Let's see, 3 times 2 is 6, so 1 times 3 is 3, 3/6. So 1/2 is now called 3/6. And negative 2/3, when you multiply top and the bottom by 2's, you get negative 4/6. All right, now, with the was story, we'll do 3/6 minus 4/6, or 3/6 minus 4/6, get negative 1/6. There, so you are going to have some fractional answers, some decimal answers in this problem set. And I want to bring to you one special case that you probably will see on a quiz or whatever. I might do this for you. I'll do a large print. Y minus negative 1 equals 15. All right, we have never done minus a negative as of yet, so you got to be careful. I highly recommend that we will institute the definition of subtraction and do addition of the opposite. Before I do any kind of moving things around or canceling numbers out, I would first rewrite. So minus negative 1 ends up being plus 1. So y plus 1 equals 15. Now work your mojo. Plus 1 is being added to y. I will do negative 1 to both sides, or minus 1. And the answer key is, oh, come on, marker, come on. Y equals positive 14. Okay, and there's your key. This is a very special case that happens every once in a while. So I kind of gave you a pretty good background within 7 minutes of all the different kinds of one-step equations. These are one-step equations utilizing addition or subtraction only to both sides. So please, when you do your tests and quizzes, show me your step. And therefore I can give you partial or full credit if there's an issue. Alright guys, I think that's my lesson plan. So take down what you can, and I'll catch you back in class. Bye. Okay. We're going to continue on our study. This is not working too good. My stylus is failing me here. We are still going to do one-step equations, but now we're going to institute multiplying and dividing. So here's my little dividing signs. Whoops, not very good, but there we are. Multiplying and dividing. I love teaching this story. Grade 8 knows what I'm talking about. Grade 7, be kind of new to you. Multiplying and dividing. M for multiply, D for divide. Well, M will also stand for the word marriage in my little story. Now I taught you guys bikini law. M stands for marriage, and D stands for divide and for divorce. So I'm going to talk about marriage, divorce today with our equations. Let me give you my first example. 5b equals 30. Okay. Now take a look at who is multiplied together. The 5 and the b are multiplied together. When I say 5b, it means 5 times b in your brain. I'm going to put a lovely heart around them because they just got married. Aren't they a cute couple? So 5 and b are married, 5 and b are multiplied. Well, things didn't last too long. Big, huge fight, yelling, screaming. Someone's going to be kicked out. There'll be a divorce, and divorce stands for division. I signify division by putting a fraction bar, or a divide bar, under each part. Now, we kick the number out. So B tells the number 5, you get your bags and get out of here. So 5 is kicked out. Okay, so being kicked out, being divorced out, being divided out. Through bikini pairing, the 5's cancel out. Now B is all by itself. It's a bachelor now. All by itself in the house. And over here, 30 divided by 5 is 6. Bam. That's called your marriage divorce story. You say who's married, who's multiplied. I divorce them, divide them, bam, you're all done. Pretty fast. Here's number 2. Negative 3x equals 15. Okay. I'll put a little red heart over the married couple. Aren't they a cute couple? Now, mind you, it is not 3 who is married to x. It is negative 3 who is married to x. Well, things didn't last too long. Yelling, screaming, and x tells the negative 3, you get your bags and get out of here. So there goes a negative 3 out the door. So we divide each side by negative 3. Now, bring down the x, because the negative 3's cancel out due to bikini pairing. And then over here is 15 divided by negative 3. Negative 5. Mind your signs. You should know about positive divided by negative is a negative number. And last but not least is something like this. Negative 16 equals negative 4y. Now, I'm not going to keep doing hearts every single time, but negative 4 is married to y. So guess who's going to get kicked out? The negative 4. So divide each side by negative 4. Now y is okay if it's on the right hand side, and then negative 16 divided by negative 4 is positive 4. Okay, so we've now done the whole marriage, divorce, multiply, divide thing. We pretty much undid what was done. Okay, we've undone what's already been done. That's kind of a weird way of saying that. Let's move on to part 2 though. You're also going to have problems like this. E over 3 equals 9, b over negative 5 equals 7, and x over negative 2 equals negative 1. You separate them. Now notice what I said. I kind of said it the wrong way on purpose. Okay? I said e over 3. That really wasn't the best mathematical way. What I should have said is e divided by 3 equals 9, or b divided by negative 5 equals 7, or x divided by negative 2. And now we're going to undo what has been done. Hope I said that right. So to undo division, you're going to multiply. And guess what two numbers you're going to multiply? The 3 and the 9. And then e equals 27. That was easy enough. How about the second one? Guess what two numbers you're going to multiply to undo division? The negative 5 and the 7. You get negative 35. Hey guys, make sure you're doing the variable equals. That drives me insane when kids don't do that. B equals, E equals. Last but not least is solving for x. You're going to take negative 2 times negative 1, and you better say positive 2, because that is the answer key. Right, now I've given you nice answers, nothing really hard yet. There's going to come a time though when you have something kind of like this. 5b equals 3. Oh, marriage, divorce. Okay, so divide by 5s. Now, gotta be careful. There's two things you can do here. I mean, if I was to show this piece on my smartboard to a 5th grader and say, what is that? They would probably say, oh, it's a fraction. 3/5 is a fraction. You're right. So if it kind of looks like a fraction, smells like a fraction, tastes like a fraction, it could be a fraction. Or, if you get into division, I know that 3 over 5 is 0.6. So b could either be stated as 3/5 or 0.6. So you could have decimals and you could have fractions as answer keys. That usually could happen. All right, now let me bring into the special kind. The special kind. This is when a fraction is married to a variable. I got the long way and I got the short way. This will be the long way. Uh-oh, there's a look who's married. Uh-oh, there's a divorce. They get divorced. I'm going to divide out the 4/7. B tells the 4/7, you get your bags and get out of here. And out goes the 4/7. Right, now, these do cancel out through bikini pairing. Over here is pronounced negative 28 divided by 4/7. Pretend I was yelling this across the pod to Mr. Reyes. Hey, Mr. Reyes, write this on your whiteboard for your kids to see. 28 divided by 4/7. My guess is this. Mr. Reyes would write it the way I taught him. Negative, yes, he was my student many, many years ago. Negative 28 divided by 4/7. My guess is that Mr. Reyes would write the problem out horizontally, not vertically. And then, yes, Mr. Reyes did learn bikini law, by the way. So he would do negative 28, keep it, change it, flip it. That's meant to say times 7/4. I messed it up. And then he would do bikini pairing. 4 and 28 can be divided by 4s. Here's my 1, my 7. And he would multiply and say negative 7 times 7 is 49. Negative 49. And therefore his answer key was B equals negative 49. Now that's the long method. That's me yelling across the room to Mr. Reyes, and Mr. Reyes writing out the vertical, horizontal way, and instituting keep it, change it, flip it, and bikini pairing. He knows it all. Here's a shortcut method. I'll write the same exact problem. This is the way I do it when I have a math problem. Whenever a fraction is married to a variable, I don't do the whole, hey, Mr. Reyes thing. I do something like keep it, change it, flip it, but I do it all within one step. Here's my big multiplication signs, the dots. I flip the fraction and say 7 over 4. And then through bikini pairing, 7s cancel out, the 4s cancel out, and now B is all by itself. And then I do my bikini pairing on the other side, I still get negative 49. Well, you choose one you like better. I like this better, it's less work, it's quicker, it gets right to the answer key. So that's how I do my problem when I'm doing a big long answer key. I'll give another example of this. Let me do 3/5 is married to B equals 15, something just quick and simple. Okay, this only applies if you have a fraction married to a variable. I'm going to kind of use the keep it, change it, flip it. First I do a big multiplication symbol on both sides, and then I flip the fraction. See, 5/3, 5/3. Cancel, 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 cancel. B equals. Do some bikini pairing. Divide by 3, divide by 3. And I get exactly 25. Abracadabra. That is the quick and easy way. You decide what you like better. But I want you fluent when it's a plain number. Let's go back to screen. When it's a plain number married to a variable, like my first couple of problems. And here they are. Oops, and doing keep it, change it, flip it, and you just have to know, when do I divide, when do I multiply, when do I keep it, change it, flip it. You kind of have to know all those things. Alright guys, so this is the second part of one-step equation using multiplying and dividing, and or dividing. So you've learned adding and subtracting, and now this has been multiplying and dividing. And I think I'm just about done. Alright guys, peace out. Bye.